And Brandon Rios taking on Mike Alvarado should be just blood and guts type of fight. What do you think of that matchup?
I think they're going to kill each other. I think it's the next coming of Gaddy Ward. I mean, it may turn into a trilogy.
Right.
That's how good it looks. I mean, if Brandon Rios is on his game, certainly wasn't on his game with Richard Abril. I mean, maybe had a problem making the weight or whatever, but the Richard Abril fight wasn't the real Brandon Rios.
Okay.
I think that, we're going to see a much more improved Brandon Rios. Mike Alvarado, we know he's aggressive. We know he's terrific. Everybody was just, couldn't get over the Breeders' Prescott last round knockout, which was sensational. So Mike's coming to fight. He wants to make a name for himself. First time on HBO, I believe. Mm-hmm. And certainly Brandon Rios, he wants to establish, regain his reputation as probably the most exciting fighter in boxing. So I'm expecting an out-and-out war.
Okay, and Bob Arum mentioned the winner of that fight, if Pacquiao gets past Marquez, he would like to match them up maybe against Pacquiao. Does that fight interest you?
Sure.
Win? Really?
No doubt about it. Manny Pacquiao's a small guy. Certainly, when you look at the size of Mike Alvarado and you look at the size of Brandon Rios, you see they're about the same size as Manny Pacquiao. So sure, I mean, it would, either one of these guys would be a terrific opponent for Manny. I think they'd be competitive,
Okay.
Unless Manny does something amazing, like a Ricky Hatton knockout or something.
Mm-hmm. And they had Tim Bradley, who, he last fought Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
Bob Arum saying he was going to fight Lamont Peterson. They were talking in Miami later this year. Bob Arum says he might not fight at all this year. Tim Bradley says it's a foot injury. Some people say maybe it's money. I mean, what are your thoughts if Tim Bradley doesn't fight at all?
I just keep score. I don't get into the business aspects of HBO. I mean, I'd love to see Timothy Bradley in Miami December the 15th, but as I say, I'm not the one that's doing the negotiating, That's between Bob and Kerry Davis, I guess, so they got to get it together with Bradley. I'd love to see Bradley. I really would. I mean, he's an exciting guy, undefeated. He's always in a good fight. I don't know why some people say he's not always in a good fight. I think he's always in a good fight. First, that right hand over the top. He's aggressive. He's got an unbelievable jaw. I mean, you've seen him so many times. You hit him on the jaw, and he still keeps coming. I mean, so what more can you ask for? He's always in great physical condition. He's not in any wars with his promoters now. He seems happy. So, I'd love to see Timothy Bradley with Robert Guerrero, with Lamont Peterson, with any 140-pound fighters, and that's a great division.
Speaking of Guerrero, they're talking maybe Guerrero-Andre Berto might happen. Who would you favor in that one, or what do you think of that fight?
It's a good fight. It's a very good fight. Two upcoming young guys. The Ghost, maybe he's found his niche at 140 or 147, and southpaw, a great human interest story because of the fact that his wife survived cancer. We all love him, and Andre Berto, he's looking to, bounce back after, some rough times with between the drugs and, and the Victor Ortiz loss. So he's looking to bounce back, establish himself once again. And we know how he can punch, and he's strong. I think it'll be a very good fight.
What do you think about Floyd Mayweather? Do you think we'll see him next year, Cinco de Mayo?
Do I hope so, Cliff? Really? I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, Al Heyman doesn't call me up and ask me over the house for breakfast every day, so I'm not on the inside there, But as far as what I think, I'd love to see Floyd back. Floyd's great. Floyd adds something special to boxing. People love him. Some people hate him, but that's why they buy tickets for the fight. No matter what, Floyd Mayweather's an interesting person. He's a great personality. I'd love to see him back on HBO real soon. The sooner he fights, the better he'll be. He's got to stay active. He can't get rusty. And I'm very anxious to see him.
Last thing, Adrien Broner, he's a really confident champion. He was saying the other day, if he was 23 years old, or if Floyd Mayweather was 23 years old, he would have kicked the 23-year-old Floyd Mayweather's ass. That's how confident he is in himself. What do you think of Adrien Broner's comments saying that?
I love the problem. I mean, Adrien Broner's my guy. He's exciting. I like the swagger. I like the fact that he's got his father brushing his hair in the ring. He adds a new dimension to boxing. I mean, this guy's got a personality like you wouldn't believe. It's so great when you go to Cincinnati for an Adrien Broner fight because they love him there. The crowd really gets into it. I think that taking on Antonio DeMarco, you know, he's moving up in weight. He's taking on really the toughest guy in the lightweight division. Antonio DeMarco looks sensational when he knocked out John Molina in the first minute of the first round recently. Antonio DeMarco looked great when he fought the late Edwin Valero, even though he got beat. It was a sensational fight. Then he looked sensational with Jorge Linares, who was really a very good fighter in his own right. So, you know, I'm really high on that fight. What is it? November the 17th in Atlantic City. I mean, I think it's going to be sensational.
All right, Harold. We always appreciate it. Fans love you. Thanks a lot.